Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman thinking, what just happened? You were trying to be kind or thoughtful or even impressive, but somehow it didn't land. Instead, it felt like you lost ground, lost respect, maybe even lost her. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most men don't mess things up because they're bad guys. They mess up because they're unaware of the invisible rules at play. We grow up being told to be nice, to give more, or to prove our worth. But what if those very behaviors, the ones you thought made you more lovable, are actually making you look weak, unsure, and forgettable? Let me ask you this. How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers, not because you weren't enough, but because you were too available, too apologetic, or too eager to please? In this video, I'm going to break down 8 silent mistakes that instantly kill attraction and destroy your value in her eyes, even if your heart is in the right place. These are the blind spots that turn strong men into emotional servants without even realizing it. And at the end, I'll share a mindset shift that will change the way you see yourself and the way women see you forever. So buckle up. What you're about to learn might sting a little, but it'll wake you up. If you're ready to stop guessing and start leading with confidence, go ahead and subscribe. This journey is just getting started. Number 1, stop seeking her approval. Have you ever found yourself replaying a conversation with her in your head, trying to figure out if you sounded cool enough, kind enough, interesting enough? That's not reflection. That's self-doubt wearing a polite mask. Let's be real. One of the most damaging patterns a man can fall into is living for a woman's approval. It starts subtly, waiting for her to laugh at your joke, checking your phone every few minutes to see if she texted back, or overanalyzing why she took a little longer to reply today. At first, you tell yourself it's just interest, but what's really happening is a slow erosion of your center. The moment your mood, confidence, or self-image depends on how she responds to you, you're no longer leading that connection, you're following it. And worse, you're following it blindly. Seeking approval is not connection. It's emotional dependency. It's you handing over the steering wheel of your confidence and hoping she keeps driving gently. But here's the thing, she won't. Not because she's cruel, but because deep down she wants to sit next to a man who knows where he's going. According to an article from The Art of Manliness, the man who constantly seeks validation becomes a pleaser, adapting his personality, opinions, even his silence, just to keep a woman comfortable. And while that might win temporary praise, it kills long-term respect. When you're seeking approval, everything becomes a performance. Your words lose weight because they aren't coming from your truth. They're coming from your fear of being disliked. You stop saying what you really think. You say what you hope will make her stay. And guess what? The more you adapt yourself to fit someone else's expectations, the less they value you. Not because they're unkind, but because your energy signals that you don't value yourself. Men who live in this cycle often fall into what psychologists call relationship contingent self-esteem, where your sense of worth is completely tied to how the relationship is going or how she reacts to you today. It creates anxiety, it causes overthinking, and over time it builds resentment toward her, toward yourself, and toward the very idea of love. You lose your ability to say no without guilt. You start apologizing for things you didn't even do wrong. You let go of your own goals, routines, and values just to stay liked. But here's the truth. No woman wants to build a man from scratch. She wants to meet a man who's already built, someone with a spine, a standard, and a sense of direction. You don't earn that by being overly agreeable. You earn it by trusting your own voice. This doesn't mean you stop being kind. It means you stop being dependent. You still show up with presence, generosity, and care, but you do it from a place of strength, not need. That's what creates real attraction. Not the constant compliments, not the over-eagerness, but the quiet strength of a man who could walk away but chooses to stay. You want to know what's magnetic? A man who's at peace with himself. A man who doesn't need to ask, was that okay? Because he already knows he showed up as his true self, and that's enough. So if you catch yourself obsessing over how she sees you, pause. Because every time you need her approval to feel good about yourself, you train your mind to believe that you're not whole without it. But you are. You were born whole. You just forgot, because somewhere along the way, you thought being liked mattered more than being real. And when you stop chasing validation, that's when you become undeniable. Now let's talk about the next mistake, one that sounds innocent, but silently chips away at your value every time you do it. Number 2, stop explaining yourself to be understood. Let me tell you something that happened to a friend of mine named Matt. He'd been seeing this girl for a few weeks, and things were going well, until they weren't. One night she asked him, "Why didn't you call me yesterday?" And Matt, like a lot of guys, panicked a little. He jumped right into it. Sorry, my phone battery died, then work got crazy, and after that, my buddy called me and I totally forgot. I wasn't trying to ignore you or anything. Honestly, I was thinking about you the whole time." She smiled politely, but something shifted. And a few days later, she ghosted him. No drama, no explanation. Just silence. Why? Because sometimes the more you explain, the more you look unsure. We think we're being polite. We think we're clearing the air. But when your words start piling up like bricks on top of each other, what you're really building is a wall of doubt. Here's the truth that most men miss. You don't owe a full story every time someone questions you. You don't need to defend your time like you're on trial. Over-explaining comes from a subtle, dangerous place. The need to be understood to feel okay. But here's the thing, you can't control how others interpret you. And the moment you try to, you give up your calm, your power, your presence. Why do men fall into this habit? Because we were raised to believe that if we just say the right thing, we can keep everyone happy. We don't want to be misunderstood. We don't want to come off as careless or cold. So instead of standing firm in our truth, we wrap our actions in layers of nervous words. And that nervousness, it doesn't soothe her. It repels her. Because what women pick up on isn't your explanation. It's the energy behind it. If you sound like you're seeking permission to exist in her world, she'll feel it. And once she senses that you don't fully stand behind your own choices, it's game over. Not because she's cruel, but because confidence is quiet. And insecurity, it always fills the silence with too many words. A grounded man doesn't rush to fill every gap in conversation. If she asks, "Why didn't you call me?" he doesn't unload a timeline. He calmly says, "I had some things to take care of. But I'm here now." Simple, clear, done. That kind of response carries strength. It shows you're not operating out of guilt. You're not defending yourself like you did something wrong. You made a choice, and you're at peace with it. So here's what you need to remember. The more you chase clarity through words, the more unclear you become. Not just to her, but to yourself. Because a man who trusts his decisions doesn't feel the need to decorate them. And look, this isn't about being cold or careless. It's about being deliberate. About understanding that the right people will respect clarity, not complication. So stop explaining yourself just to ease her discomfort. Start showing up with presence, not performance. Because at the end of the day, the most magnetic men aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who say what they mean and let silence do the rest. And in the next section, we'll tackle another quiet mistake that seems harmless, but can destroy your presence even faster: being too available. Stick around. This one hits deeper than you think. Number 3, being too available. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever canceled your gym session, skipped out on plans with your friends, or rearranged your entire evening just because she texted, "Hey, want to hang out?" And in the moment it felt right. You thought, "This shows I care. She'll appreciate the effort. She'll see I'm different." But then the text slowed down. She started responding later, sounding colder. Suddenly she's busy, tired, or not sure what she wants. And now you're sitting there wondering, what did I do wrong? Let's break it down. When you're too available, always ready to drop everything at a moment's notice, you may think you're showing devotion. But what you're really showing is that your life revolves around her. And here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't value what's always within reach. Not because they're selfish, but because human nature is wired to chase what feels earned, not what's handed over freely. Think about it. When something is rare, when it requires effort, you naturally treat it with more respect. You don't toss aside a limited edition item. You protect it. You admire it. You wait for it. because it's worth the wait. Now apply that same principle to your time, your energy, your presence. I want you to remember a moment, maybe from a few months ago. You met someone you really liked. You told yourself this one felt different. So, you gave her your full attention. You were always the first to text. You replied within seconds. You said yes to every plan. You made her your number one, even though you hadn't yet become hers. And at first, she seemed flattered. But slowly, things shifted. She stopped initiating. She became distant. Then one day, out of nowhere, she says, "I just need some space." Sound familiar? That's because when your availability becomes predictable, your presence loses weight. It's not that she stopped liking you. It's that she never had the chance to truly miss you. Now listen carefully. This doesn't mean you become cold or manipulative. It means you become centered. It means you stop breaking your schedule to prove your worth. You stop thinking that sacrificing your life is a sign of love. Because a man who respects his time sends a powerful message. I'm not trying to win you over. I'm inviting you into a life I'm already proud of. Here's the bottom line. If you're always available, you become expected. But when your time is earned, it becomes valuable. So next time she texts you last minute and you've already got something planned, stick to your plan. Let her see that your world doesn't pause every time her name lights up your screen. Not to play games, but to protect your balance, your focus, and your self-respect. Because the truth is, when a man becomes too easy to access, he slowly becomes easy to overlook. And if that hit a little too close to home, good. That means you're ready to change. Coming up next, we'll talk about a hidden trap most men fall into, one that turns every disagreement into a disaster. And once you understand how to handle it, you'll never lose your cool again. Stay with me. If this is the kind of mindset you know you need more of in your life, hit that subscribe button and let's keep building it together. Number 4. Stop arguing like you have something to prove. Let me ask you something real. Have you ever gotten into an argument with a woman and halfway through realized you weren't even listening anymore? You were just trying to win, not understand her, not solve the problem, just prove your point? You weren't fighting for the relationship. You were fighting for your pride. We've all been there. You start with something small. Maybe she says you don't pay enough attention, or she questions a decision you made. And instead of pausing, breathing, and asking what's really going on, you react, you defend, you raise your voice, you fire back with old examples, twisting the argument into a scorecard of who's done what and when. And before you know it, you're not even talking about the original issue anymore. You're fighting to not be the one who loses. Here's the hard truth. The moment you argue emotionally, you stop leading the interaction. You're no longer the grounded man. You're not steady, you're not reliable, you're just another guy who can't handle pressure. And she feels that. See, men often make the mistake of thinking logic will win. We try to out-reason her, out-talk her, control the situation with facts and timelines. But when she's in an emotional state, logic feels cold. It feels dismissive. And when you match emotion with emotion, shouting over her, cutting her off, defending every word, what you're really showing is that you've lost control of yourself. Women don't lose respect because of disagreements. They lose respect when you stop being composed, when you let her emotions hijack yours, when you let the moment dictate your character. Let me paint the picture. She's frustrated. You never listen. Instead of breathing and asking what she really means, you snap. That's not true. I always listen. You just don't see it. Now the energy shifts. The volume goes up. You get pulled into the storm. And just like that, you're not the anchor. You're the chaos. What most men don't realize is that not every disagreement needs a defense. Sometimes the most powerful move you can make is silence. Not coldness, not withdrawal, but steady, conscious presence. You let her vent without reacting. You acknowledge the emotion without becoming emotional. You pause, take a breath, and say something like, "I hear that you're upset. Let's talk about this," when we're both calm. That's not weakness. That's leadership. Because a man who doesn't flinch under emotional pressure is rare. He's respected. Not because he controls the other person, but because he controls himself. So next time you feel yourself being pulled into a heated back and forth, ask, am I reacting or responding? Am I trying to be right or trying to stay grounded? Because the man who always needs to win the argument usually loses the woman. In the next part, we'll break down something even subtler, the way women test your confidence without even realizing it. And if you react the wrong way, you'll fail without knowing why. Let's talk about it. Number 5, stop failing her tests. Let's rewind to that moment on a first date. You're sitting across from her, things seem to be going well. She leans in and says with a sly smile, "You're a lot quieter than I expected. Are you always this serious?" Now pause. What happens next is where most men blow it. You might start over-explaining. You try to justify your vibe, maybe even make a joke to cover the discomfort. Or worse, you react defensively. "What do you mean by that?" "I'm not serious, I'm just being myself." And just like that, you failed the test. Not because you were quiet, not because she said something harsh, but because you let her words shake your frame. Here's something most men never learn. Women will test your center, not to hurt you, but to find out if you actually have one. Sometimes it's subtle. She teases you, interrupts you, pushes back on your opinions. Other times, it's more direct. She questions your job, your lifestyle, or your past. But behind every test is one simple question. Can I trust this man to stay grounded, even when challenged? The moment you start chasing her approval in your response, the moment you let her comment dictate your tone, your energy, or your identity, she knows you're not solid. And she may never tell you, but she will feel it. So why does she test you in the first place? Because any woman who values strength, stability, and confidence wants to know you're not just playing a role. She wants to see if that cool, composed man she met in the beginning is still standing when she pushes the door a little harder. Now don't get it twisted. This isn't about passing some game or outsmarting her. It's about responding with presence instead of panic. It's about staying rooted instead of trying to rescue the moment. Let's go back to that date. What if, instead of scrambling for validation, you looked at her, smiled calmly, and said, "I let the right people earn the loud side of me." No defense, no performance, just centered, effortless confidence. That's how you pass the test. Because when you don't bite the bait, when you don't flinch, justify, or fold, you communicate something far more powerful than words ever could. You don't get to define me. That doesn't mean you're cold. That doesn't mean you ignore her. It means you're not available for emotional tug-of-war. So next time you sense you're being tested, don't panic. Let it happen. Pause, smile, and stay still. Because the men who pass these moments, they don't do it by trying harder. They do it by standing taller. Coming up next, we'll uncover a behavior that sounds harmless, but quietly erodes your value. Apologizing too much. It's more damaging than you think. Stay with me. Number 6. Stop apologizing for being you. Let's be honest. How many times have you said sorry when you weren't really sorry? Not because you made a mistake, not because you hurt someone, but because you felt uncomfortable taking up space. Because you were afraid your presence might be too much, your message might be poorly timed, or your opinion might cause tension. This isn't humility. This is quiet self-doubt dressed up as politeness. And while it may come off as respectful on the surface, what it's really doing underneath is slowly eating away at your presence, your assertiveness, and ultimately, your value in her eyes. See, apologies carry weight. They're meant to be reserved for moments when we've crossed a line, broken trust, or acted out of alignment with our principles. But when you use "I'm sorry" like a buffer for every interaction, it stops being a signal of integrity and starts becoming a habit of self-erasure. That's the danger. Because when you apologize too much, especially in moments where no real harm has been done, what you're really communicating is this: I'm not sure I belong here. I'm not confident in what I'm offering, and I need your permission to show up fully. And that's not the voice of a man who earns respect. That's the voice of someone constantly seeking to avoid rejection, even if it means rejecting himself first. Now let's be clear. There's nothing weak about owning your mistakes. Real men apologize when it counts, when they've crossed a boundary, when they've failed to live up to their own code. But constant apologies for having an opinion, asking a question, expressing interest, or simply existing with confidence do the exact opposite of what you intend. They don't make you seem considerate, they make you look unsure. And uncertainty, no matter how well-meaning, never commands respect. When you over-apologize, you invite people to question your worth because you're already doing it for them. You train others to expect you to shrink, to yield, to play small. And over time, that pattern not only weakens your connection with others, it fractures your connection with yourself. Because if you're always asking the world to forgive you for being who you are, then how can you ever fully be that person? So here's the truth. Every time you apologize out of fear of disapproval, fear of conflict, fear of rejection, you lose a little ground, not in the room, but within yourself. Start recognizing the difference between a real apology and a reflex, between ownership and approval seeking. And when you stop saying sorry for the wrong things, you start showing up for the right reasons. Coming up next, we'll dive into a habit that looks like admiration, but secretly sabotages the connection between you and her, putting her on a pedestal. Let's talk about why it's hurting you more than you realize. Number 7, stop putting her on a pedestal. Let's get something straight. Admiration is one thing, worship is another. There's a fine line between showing appreciation for a woman and acting like she's some flawless being sent down from the heavens just for you. And when you cross that line, when you treat her as if she's above you, everything changes. Not just how she sees you, but how you see yourself. Because the moment you elevate someone too high, you inevitably lower your own worth in the process. You might think it's romantic. You might tell yourself, I'm just showing her how special she is. But in reality, what you're doing is placing her in a position where she can do no wrong, and you can do no right. That's not love, that's imbalance. Respect in a relationship has to be mutual. If you're constantly putting her needs above your own, if you treat her words as gospel, her time as more important, her presence as something you must earn over and over again, you're not creating connection, you're creating a hierarchy, one where she's always the prize and you're the guy hoping to be enough. And here's the real issue. When you pedestalize her, you stop being real with her. You hide your opinions, you swallow your truth, you overlook red flags. Not because she deserves that, but because you've already decided she's too perfect to question. And guess what? No one wants to be idealized. Because deep down we all know we're flawed. When someone treats us like we're perfect, it creates pressure, not comfort. It makes us feel like we're being watched, not understood. So when you make her feel like she's in a glass case, untouchable, beyond human, you're not making her feel valued. You're making her feel trapped. Or worse, bored. Women don't want to be worshipped. They want to be seen. They want to be understood. They want to be respected, just like you do. And that starts with recognizing her humanity, not projecting your fantasy. Here's the truth that most men miss. You don't need to shrink yourself to make her feel big. You don't need to agree with everything she says to be liked. You don't need to act like she's the center of the universe to keep her interested. You need to be grounded, clear on your values, confident in your presence, and willing to let her earn your admiration, not receive it by default. When you respect yourself first, you naturally bring balance to the dynamic. And that's where real connection lives, not in one-sided praise, but in shared understanding. Number 8, making her your entire life. You thought loving her more would keep her close, so you gave more, and then gave a little more. Before long, your world shrank to just her. Every plan, every mood, every priority filtered through one question: what would she want? And just like that, the man you used to be quietly faded into the background. This is one of the most seductive traps a man can fall into. Not because it starts with weakness, but because it starts with love. Real, deep, sincere love. But here's the brutal truth. When she becomes the center of your universe, she eventually stops seeing you as the center of hers. Let's be honest, too many men lose themselves in the process of trying to be everything for someone else. They abandon their goals, their friends, their purpose. They think sacrificing everything is proof of love. But the truth is, love without boundaries isn't love. It's dependency. And no woman truly desires a man who disappears into her shadow. What made you attractive in the first place was your direction, your mission, your clarity. You had your own rhythm, your own energy. But when that fades, so does the spark. A man who places a woman above himself doesn't elevate her. he lowers himself. And when you lose your center, she senses the imbalance. She may not say it out loud, but inside, something shifts. Respect erodes. The polarity dies. And once that happens, the relationship is already halfway gone. Let me be clear. This isn't about being distant or emotionally unavailable. It's not about being cold or detached. It's about staying rooted in who you are, regardless of who stands beside you. A man who knows where he's going doesn't get lost in anyone, not even someone he deeply loves. You don't build a great relationship by erasing yourself. You build it by showing up fully, strong, whole, and unapologetically yourself. She should complement your life, not consume it. If you make her your everything, you leave yourself with nothing when she walks away. And whether she stays or leaves, you deserve a life that still belongs to you. So stop revolving around her. Real love isn't orbiting, it's alignment. It's walking side by side, not one behind the other. When you lead your life with purpose, you invite her to walk with you. Not because you need her to, but because you want her to. And if she's the right one, she won't want to be your entire life. She'll want to be part of the incredible one you're already building. At the heart of everything we've explored today is one undeniable truth. A man who respects himself sets the tone for how the world treats him. Whether it's seeking her approval, over-explaining, or making her the center of your life, each of these mistakes chips away at your presence, your power, your peace. The moment you stop trying to be liked and start living with quiet purpose, everything changes. So let me ask you, which of these 8 habits do you recognize in yourself? And more importantly, are you ready to let them go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if there's a topic you'd like us to tackle next, let me know. Subscribe now, because this journey isn't just about women, it's about becoming the man you were meant to be. I'll see you in the next one.